Well, happy March 1st, everyone. This is the Prepared Suburbanite and celebrating saying goodbye to February. It's about darn time. But what I want to talk about today is the dust-up that happened at the White House between Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, and Zelenskyy from Ukraine. This is one of those kinds of incidents that's truly the meaning of uh, FAFO. And I think Zelenskyy found out the hard way that you don't mess with, or you don't tug on Superman's cape. What he did, what Zelenskyy did, I think, yesterday really showed his true nature. And while Donald Trump is being vilified by the left for all the stuff that they want to accuse him of, being in bed with the Russians and taking bribes and doing all kinds of nasty, horrible things, I think the stance that Trump took with respect to the disrespect that was shown by Zelenskyy was the right thing to do. Now, I've applied the Dan Bongino rule to this, and I've let pretty much a full day go by before I tried to get into any of the discussions of it. And what I saw this morning in social media was, I think, absolutely atrocious. Everywhere from the Atlantic magazine to church pastors to any of the left-leaning folks that are within our sphere of followers, I guess, on our social media accounts. Everybody's standing with Ukraine. Well, what that's code for is we want more war. So let me get into some additional thoughts on this right after the intro. Yeah, it was certainly a mess. I didn't expect this was going to happen. I thought they'd have a cordial discussion, that they'd retreat to the Oval Office and sign the agreement that was already negotiated on the table. And Zelenskyy decided he was going to poke a stick at the big lion there. And he found out that you don't mess around with Donald Trump. Asking for American support in their war effort is one thing. Demanding it as part of a negotiated peace offering from us based on their rare earth minerals, he was looking down the barrel of a shotgun and found out that when you push the bear doesn't like it. And he found out in very short order that Donald Trump's not messing around, and he shouldn't. Ukraine has been receiving vast amounts of American dollars, vast amounts of American weaponry, and all to defend his country against the evil aggressor of Russia. Well, yeah, he has, and he's done it without any kind of payback, any kind of concession on his part that he'd pay it back, that he'd acknowledge that he was able to make it through 3 years of this nonsense with Russia without the help of the United States, and he refused to apologize for what he was demanding. And Trump pretty much escorted him right out of the White House, and he's back in Ukraine now. So there you go. What's going to happen? I really don't know what's going to happen. I think the deal's off the table right now. I don't think Trump is willing to make any additional concessions. Now, does that mean that Zelenskyy is going to hold tough to this and say we're going it alone? Because I think he'll find himself quite alone out there on the battlefield fighting with Russia. And it's a terrible thing for the people that live in Ukraine. But this guy really does need a lesson to be taught to him, and he needs to learn that lesson that you don't mess around with the United States, especially under Donald Trump. Now, you could mess around under Joe Biden, and they'd still funnel tons of money to you, and you could do whatever you wanted to with that money. There was no accountability. There was no reciprocity. There was no accountability. And Donald Trump is known for holding people accountable for the things that they do and say. And Zelenskyy got himself into a jam. Now, I think the deal's off the table unless Zelenskyy comes back with a full-blown apology saying, you know, I was wrong. You were right, Mr. President. I'd like to come back to the White House and sign that agreement. Love to have you as an economic partner, and I think it's all going to work out for the best. If he said something like that, I think this would go a long, long way to solidifying the support that he thinks he needs to at least hold his own on the Russian aggression there. But unless he does something as monumental as that, nothing's going to change. And I feel sorry for all the folks that live in Ukraine, that all the folks that are left living in Ukraine. And yeah, I've got some friends that are from Ukraine. Most of the folks that I know are in a tizzy right now because of what happened, and they are looking at Zelenskyy as the potential for maybe being impeached or removed from office. And I think that may have a chance of happening in Ukraine. Love to hear your thoughts on what's going on. It's been a full day. I haven't really seen any changes from the Trump administration on this messaging right now, but let's hold on for a couple more days and we'll see what happens. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you it's March 1st and spring is just a few days away. Daylight savings time begins again next Saturday. Actually Sunday morning, but so we're a week away from being back to somewhat normal, and I'm ready to celebrate spring. I hope you are too. Stay frosty, everybody. Stay out of trouble. Be safe. Keep on prepping, and be prepared always. I'll see y'all on the next video.